Corporate media completely embarrassed themselves after the San Bernardino shooter's apartment was apparently left by police, and all sorts of members of the media just swarmed in. I'm talking local media, national media. They entered the apartment where the San Bernardino shooters Syed, Farook, and Tashfeen Malik lived after the landlord apparently removed a piece of plywood that had been blocking the door. In comes MSNBC, BBC, CBS News, CNN. They're broadcasting live from the apartment of the shooters. They have microphones in there. They're walking through there with cameras. And this is all in Redlands, California. It was such an embarrassment. This was like the gutter journalism, Lewis, where they just want to rush in and be the first to show you almost literally their dirty underwear left behind, right? I mean, they're pointing to mixed nuts that are in the apartment. They're pointing to a calendar on the wall, and I have some video. It was just the lowest of the low.
It was pretty bad. The video speaks for itself. It's not to call it journalism is a stretch.
It's a big stretch. So the first clip here is the insanity on MSNBC. People are going crazy trying to rush inside. I mean, it almost looked like Black Friday, right? When Walmart opens and everybody wants the DVD player that's free after rebate and they start pushing their way in. That's what it was to get into the San Bernardino shooter's apartments. Let's take a look at the first clip here from MSNBC.
Okay, thank you. So we're walking upstairs here, which what I'm told is a 2-bedroom apartment. And let's just take a look. Okay, here we come around the corner. And this appears to be the baby's room right here. And you can see we have, this is where the 6-month-old child. And here's a computer. I don't actually see a whole lot of dusting here, but as you can see, the hard drive is gone. This is where it would be plugged in.
Guys, out of breath.
We can see some of the other items here. I can kill the light. Let me turn the light off. There we go. But I don't see anything really on the wall. I want to take a look at the calendar and see if anything's marked on the calendar.
Yeah, check
and
that.
I don't see anything. That's November, so let's go to December. Just see if anything of importance was marked on the calendar here. And nothing there. And it's just a typical sort of calendar with pictures. Now, as I turn around here, I think I find something interesting. As we look at the floor here, this is a prayer rug. So this prayer rug here may have been, I'm not sure which way, but you would face it towards Mecca. It's possible that that prayer rug has been left exactly in the position where it was.
Okay. This is a calendar. It appears to be a calendar normal in form and content. It contains 12 months and all of the normal days, starting with Sunday and going all the way through Saturday, the end of the week for many people. Interestingly enough, some calendars have the week starting on Monday and ending on Sunday. That is not the case with this particular calendar, Lewis, that we have. And he later pointed out just some mixed nuts to the audience. Now, what was the reaction on CNN's Anderson Cooper? CNN's Anderson Cooper interviewed Harry Hook, who's a law enforcement analyst. And Lewis, he was completely perplexed. Let's take a look at a little bit of video of that.
I want to bring in our Harry Houk, a law enforcement analyst formerly with the NYPD. Harry, it just strikes me as bizarre what we're seeing. Is this common? I mean, I guess at some point the police give up the crime scene and somebody else takes it over.
Right.
Anderson, I'm having chills down my spine what I'm seeing here. This apartment clearly is full of evidence.
Right.
I don't see any fingerprint dust on the walls where they went in there and checked for fingerprints for other people that might have been connected with these two. You've got documents laying all over the place. You've got shredded documents that need to be taken out of there and put together to see what was shredded. You have passports. You got driver's licenses. Now you have thousands of fingerprints all over inside this crime scene. Now, there should have been some crime scene tape up there. Usually in an instance like this, if crime scene goes in and does the work and comes out, you still keep that scene live.
Yeah, so MSNBC showed an image of the shooter's mother's social security card and number, and MSNBC has defended what they did, but saying we regret showing the social security card, but we were invited in by the landlord. CNN said the same thing. Hey, we were allowed access, so we went in there. This is just, we cannot call this journalism, Lewis.
Yeah, I understand why they wanted to be there.
Yeah.
And why they thought it would be good for ratings. And, I bet you that some people were genuinely, completely enthralled watching this.
You think?
Probably. But Dave, this is exactly why I do not watch any of the channels you listed.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. If I could not care less about that. It's like, yeah, okay, fine. I mean, at some point we would have an investigation that would say, here's what we found. But the MSNBC dude rushing in to show me the calendar and the prayer rug and a bag of nuts, right? A nut sack. The guy's showing a nut sack. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Dave, it's pretty bad. But it's sensationalism, and they were hoping to get something juicy. There was nothing there. What are they really expecting to find? And when there's like 100 people in the apartment, it's just, what are you going to achieve?
I think we can safely say the integrity of the crime scene was not maintained at that point.
Imagine if they put as much effort into trying to get in here and show us what was in here. Imagine if they had interviews with family members, relatives, friends of these people. I mean, did some investigative research. I think it would have provided us with some better material.